This video is for those who are planning to apply for the diversity visa lottery or are applying right now for the diversity visa lottery, and those who have won the diversity visa lottery, or they want to know what happened after winning the diversity visa lottery. The question will be, if I win the diversity visa lottery, if I win green card lottery, what should I do? So the following are the things you have to do right away after finding out you have won the diversity visa lottery. So how are you going to get to preparing yourself right after checking the results? There are 5-7 steps or things which I see them are very crucial for you to know or to pay attention after checking the results. Welcome everyone, Ernest Boniface Makulu EBM from EBM Scholars here in the United States of America. First and foremost, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this particular video and share obviously to some other people. So there are a couple of things you need to do once you apply and the time for the results are out. So when the results are out, for those who are waiting for the results, when you apply, you are waiting for the results, or you have checked the results, you found out you have won. So the first thing, obviously, is to check the results. And you will be able to find two types of results. Number one, you have won, or number two, you haven't won. If you haven't won, it will say your entry has not been selected. That means you haven't won. If you have won, it will say your entry has been selected. And then you'll be able to see what we call the first notification letter, 1NL, first notification letter, which will say you have won. In that letter, you have won. The second thing you need to do is to check this particular information, which is the most crucial information in the entire lottery. Once you have found you have won, on the first notification letter, you'll be given the case number. There are two things. There is confirmation number, which you got when you apply for the diversity visa lottery. Once you got the confirmation number, you are using the confirmation number to check the results. So you check the results and you found out you have won. Then in the PDF letter, you are going to see that Makulilo Ernest Boniface, you have been randomly selected to be the winner. You'll be given the case number. So if you're from Africa, regardless of the country, regardless where you are right now, if you are in US, whether you are in Dubai, whether you are in Yemen, whether you are in any African country, whether you are in Asia, but as long as your country of birth and the country of eligibility is any country within Africa, you are going to be in AF region, Africa region. If you are from any country of Asia, born in any country in Asia, your region is AS, Asia. And the Europe, EU, and the so forth, Oceania, or C, and the things of that nature. So with that number, you'll be able to determine whether it is a small or low case number or high case number. And with that one is when you are going to be able to determine or to predict when you are likely to be able to go for the interview. Because some people, they think that, oh, I have won the DV lottery, so let me pack my bag, ready to go to America. No, you're not going to America right away. The results are out in May. So once the results are out, you need to do certain steps. You need to follow certain procedures. First of all, you have to wait. The interviews are starting in October 1st each year because that is the new fiscal year. So the results are out in May. You don't go to interview in May. You don't go to the interview in June. The interviews are going to start in October. But in order the interview to start, in order to know when are you going to be on the interview, you have to know your case number. So it will be 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, whatever that DV year it will be 2022 AF 000 blah 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 2000 whatever. So maybe from 0 or from 1 to 2000, those people are in Africa are going to have the interview on the first month of the interview in October. Then the interview from November is going there. December is going there. So those are the something which we call the visa bulletin will be coming out each month to tell you what case number to what case numbers will be in that particular month or in the upcoming month for the interview. So, but before you go to be in the visa bulletin, you have to fill the visa form. So, the first step, you check the results, you have won. Second step is to know what is your case number before you start going celebrating and all other kind of things. So what is your case number? The case number will be able to determine how long will it take for you to be going to the interview. Or you were the winner, but you might not be going to be called for the interview. Let's say you are the DV winner from Africa and your case number is 95,000. Because, for instance, in DV 2021, they selected 133,000 winners. But someone with AF 130 is not going to be interviewed. So even if you have won, it means nothing. So you have to get out of your mind you are the winner. Any person in Africa above 50,000, it's very difficult to be among the people who are going to be interviewed. If you're from Asia, AS, and above 25,000, yes, you might be interviewed, but that is starting to be a little bit worrying. Going to 30,000, you are going to be worrying. Going up. So those are the things you need to know. You have to know your case number. DV 2022, 119,000 winners were selected. So you have to know that usually they select more people. So if your case number is 100,000, obviously, forget that. I mean, go and fill. I will talk about the filling the visa form. You will fill the visa form, but forget that you are the winner at all, because there is no way you'll be going to be to the interview, unless otherwise the visas are going to be increased from 55,000 to 80,000, which hasn't passed yet. So that is something you need to know. The third thing, which is related to number 2, after knowing the case number, even if your case number is 1,000 or 300 or 400, don't start saying goodbye to people that I'm going to America right now. Don't start celebrating too early. You never know what will happen. We saw what happened in the DV 2020 and some of the DV 2021 when the COVID hit and then there was immigration suspension. You never know what will happen. There are some people who won the DV lottery, DV 2020, and those countries were put into the travel ban and they didn't come. So what I'm trying to say is, yes, it's okay to talk to your close friends and the family. They know you have won if you want, but don't start every day, oh man, don't tell me anything, I'm going to America, I'm going to America. You might not be able to go. You haven't been in the interview yet. And especially if you don't meet the requirement or your requirements are on the edge, on the line. So we say, for instance, the requirements, you need to have at least high school education. And you don't have high school, you are depending on work experience. But work experience is a little bit sketchy. Is not clear that you went for this particular vocational training for 2 years or 1 year, and then you. So for that particular case, unless otherwise you have very good education or very good work experience with a training, yes, but don't start celebrating too much and saying goodbye to everyone and disrespecting people. Number 4, collect the documents. So before you go to fill the visa form, collect the documents. Let's say if you are single, make sure that you have the passport. Obviously you used to apply with the passport. But what if your passport is about to expire? Make sure you have the brand new passport. What if you have the family where they're included in your application of children? Make sure you have the passport for your children. For your spouse, if the spouse doesn't have the passport. Why? Because the next step will be required to fill the visa form. In order to fill the visa form, which is the DS260, immigrant form number 260. In order to fill that one, you need to have the passports. So you need to have the passport. So when I say you need to collect the documents, number 1 will be the passport. But there are documents will be required maybe a couple months later. Even if it's not right away. while you're saying collecting the documents, it's not just sometimes not the documents per se. You need to get the host. You need to get the address. Where are you going to stay in the United States? Because there is a question in the visa form. When you talk about filling the visa form, it will say, write the address where you'll be staying in the United States of America. Because you don't have the apartment here, you have to find the host. So make sure that you have the host, you have the address where you are going to put in the application. Then, even if it's not right away, but start preparing the documents. If you don't have the birth certificate, if your children don't have the birth certificate, if your spouse doesn't have the birth, make sure they have birth certificate. If you are married, make sure you have the marriage certificate. Whether it's religious, whether it is traditional, go and get the marriage certificate from the government, because at one point it will be required. You don't need it right away to get the police clearance, but those are some of the documents you need to have right away. Make sure you have the education documentation. They are not going to be required at the time of filling the visa form. They're not going to be required by KCC. Their documents will be required to the visa during the visa interview. But make sure that you start having all those kind of documents in advance. So that is something else you need to prepare your documents. Then you need to fill now the visa form, the DS-260. There is no hurry to go and fill the visa form. There is no competition, because one of the questions people are asking, after knowing I've won the DV lottery, how long will I wait until I fill the visa form? I usually tell people, first of all, there is no competition that you have found out you have won today and you are going to fill the visa form, you fill everything tomorrow and submit. Because later, you are going to submit the visa form and you come to find out you have made a mistake because you are rushing or you do not know. Take your time. Make sure that if you are single, are you planning to get married? If you plan to get married first before you fill the visa form. Because in the end, you'll be asking KCC, Kentucky Consular Center, to open your case number, your visa DS-260 to unlock. Because once you submit, you cannot make changes. In order to make changes, you have to ask them to unlock. So nowadays, the eligibility is going a little bit lower, but it used to be like a month ago. It used to be if you ask them to unlock, it takes over 6 to 8 weeks for them to unlock. So the stress you are going to use for them to unlock is higher. Why can't you just wait and make sure you have everything? When you fill the form, print out that form before you submit. Go and read it as a paper document. Did you put the correct date of birth? Did you put the correct spelling? Did you put exactly the year of graduation correct? Did you put the names of your parents correct? Put everything correct way before you submit, so that you can reduce unnecessary stress to ask KCC to unlock for things which can be avoidable. So you follow to fill the visa form, the DS-260. After filling the DS-260, then you wait. You wait for Kentucky Consular Center to ask you for the documents. They will ask you for the documents at one point. How do they ask? Sometimes it's first come, first served, but also they're going to look at the case number. If someone fills on the results is May, you fill in May, but your case number is 70,000, versus someone whose case number is 1,000, less than 1,000, or less than 2,000 in Africa, that person interview is supposed to be in October. That person has to be asking the documents quicker if they are going to fill on time, so that the interview can be scheduled for them. So that is something else. And then to be the interview time will be able to come, which the interview time we call the second notification letter. Those are the things down the road later. But the other thing you need to know is to prepare the mindset that now I'm processing this one. I'm going to live in America. So you need to start knowing certain things about America. You have to know certain things. What are the things which will help you to succeed in that country? You need to prepare your mindset. You need to start learning certain things. How do you start life in a new country? How do you start life in the Western world, especially in America? What is a credit card? What is a credit score? What should I do in order to build a very good credit? How do I get jobs very, very quick? What are the professions which pay very, very well? If I decide to start the business, what other things should I do? What are the states which have very good jobs? What are the states which have low cost of living if I have to be there? What are the states which is easier to own the home if you compare California and Missouri, Ohio versus New York? All the things you need to prepare mindset so that when you come here, it's not the time to start thinking. It's time to implement. It's time to take off. What types of jobs can you start with? Because you cannot come here and become a director. If I have to go to school, what are the basics I have to look at? What type of course? What type of certification? I have this type of degree. Is this degree easier to get in a professional setting? I have a CPA in my country. Can a CPA there come in the US and become a CPA again? Or do I need to get another certification? So all these kind of things, you have to prepare your mindset. Don't come here and you stay for 2 months, 3 months, you do not know what is going on. Even you do not know even how to apply for social security number. So prepare the mindset to start living life in America while you are not here. I can give you an example. Some people say, oh, maybe EBM is a lucky person sometimes. Within the first 5 years of my life in America, I came in America 2008. Direct, I came as someone to teach at the university. I taught for 1 year at Marshall University in West Virginia. Finishing that, right away, I went to do my master's at the University of San Diego, full funded scholarships, 2 scholarships over $60,000 US I was given. Then I got married while I was a senior student, about to finish my master's. Then I had a child. Then I had a green card. Then I served in the military. Then I became a US citizen within the first 5 years. What helped me to accomplish all those kind of things within a very short time, I believe 5 years is very short for what I did, is because some of the things I knew them before I came here. I prepared my mindset to the success. I started to learn certain things before I came here, so that when I came here, I can confirm. I can ask, I heard about this one, how does this work? I can ask good questions. I can find good resources. So start preparing your mindset. What to avoid? Don't drink and drive. Don't do this one. Don't do this. And the last one, obviously, you have to start saving money. Some people want to know how much minimum do you need to have. There are those which the actual cost of lottery related, like you need to do the medical. You need to do the medical, which is about $400 US for adult. For minor, for a child, maybe 200. So for one person, it will be about 400. 330 visa fee. You need to have that one. So that comes to 730, 750. Then, after being given the visa, you're supposed to pay 220. We call just green card fee, or we call USCIS fee, United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, whatever fee. The fee which they will use to print the actual card and give to you. That one you can pay before or you can pay after arriving in the US. You don't need to pay right away. But the way you delay, the way more you delay to get the actual card. So that is 220. So that makes about total 1,000 US dollar. Then there is a flight ticket. Flight ticket will depend. Are you in which part of the world. Are you in East Africa or are you in Southern Africa? Are you in Western Africa? That's number one. Are you coming from Asia? Or are you flying to US? Which part of US? Are you in East Coast or Midwest or West Coast? It depends. The flight ticket will depend on that. When you purchase the ticket, are you purchasing one way or two ways? Because if you have one, you are purchasing one way basically. But sometimes even two ways will be the same or similar prices. Okay, then it comes how long, when you are given the visa, you have been given 6 months before you travel. So you are given the visa today. Are you traveling today? Or are you traveling 1 week after? Or are you traveling 2 months later? So the day you purchase the ticket until the day you travel, that one has also the decision to play how much will be the flight ticket. And then the last part also, the other part you will be considering, are you traveling during the winter or during the summer? During what time is going to play part? So all those kind of things will be able to play part on you to decide about the amount. But roughly will be 1,000 to 1,500 depending on all those factors. You can get ticket for 600, 700. In 2019, I purchased the ticket for 630. Go and return ticket for each person of my family we were planning to go to. So I purchased, it was about 8 months before I traveled. So it became a little bit cheaper. So that is one thing you can be able to do. Another thing I purchased recently, I was in Tanzania, just came back like a week ago. I purchased a ticket for 800. So because I purchased a couple months before. So you can be able to look all those kind of things so that you can be able to do. So those are some of the things you can be able to do right after knowing that you have won the DV lottery. What can you be able to do? Thank you. Subscribe. Share the video. Like the video. We are together. This is Ernest EBM.